Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce that on January 5th, I'm going to be freely gifting each of you my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. In the book, which was initially shown to me in a dream and has been followed by a next level amount of synchronicity, by the way, I share the keys to manifesting abundance that I've personally discovered over 20 plus years of trial, error, and deep exploration of these perspectives, as well as one golden key that ultimately ties them all together. Also, I would like to invite you to participate in a unique abundance manifestation experiment with me and the other readers that is outlined in detail at the end of the book and at the book's website, goldenkey.gift, where readers will also share the inspiring results of their abundance manifestation experiments. So if you're wanting 2021 to be the year that you alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level, head over to goldenkey.gift to sign up to accept my golden gift right when it comes out on January 5th.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. Welcome back, new and old. I am so grateful that you have joined us today. If you are a new listener, I am ever so grateful that you have found us. If you are a listener that has been with us for a while, I'm really grateful that you are still here. And I thank you for all of your support that you have given us throughout all of this time. It's really greatly appreciated. We love you all so much. And I want to wish you all a very happy new year. It's a brand new year. And what is interesting about this time of year is normally we see so many different memes of like, oh, goodbye, old year. Thank God to see it go. And I haven't seen so many. I don't know if you all have or if that's what's in your awareness, but it's not in mine. And I really love that. I love the fact that what I'm seeing more of this year is, wow, that was a challenging year and we learned a lot. And I'm grateful for the experience of the opportunity to have so much growth and learning in this year. And that's really a wonderful way to look at a new year, as opposed to looking at it in a way as like, oh, get out of here. I'm so done with that. Let's start something new. And of course, that's always great to start something new. And it's a beautiful opportunity for us to do just that. But in a way that's more positive and bringing through the wisdom instead of the woe, right? Like, instead of bringing through, oh, this year sucked, we can bring through, this year provided us so much wisdom. We learned so much this year, and we're going to continue to do so. And it's really cool. This year is a 5-year, and the 5 is the number for change. And I wondered why that was. And so I did a little research into some numbers recently, or I have been doing that. And I learned that, okay, let me explain it this way. The number 1 is a point. 2, you have 2 points and they make a line. 3, you have 3 points and they connect in a triangle. 4, you have 4 points and they connect in a square. 5 points, what you have now is a star. And what happens then is this is the first time that we can see movement or change. It's the first time we can see like the wheel. And so that's why the 5 represents movement and change. And that is such an encouraging thing to think about in this year, is that there is going to be a lot of movement and a lot of change. And it's good to start this year out thinking, all right, that's what it's going to be, and I'm going to flow with it. Change is good. And sometimes we can be resistant to change. And that might be because of fear or whatever reason that may be. It usually falls under the category of fear. But change usually winds up to be a really wonderful situation in the long run if we just allow ourselves to go with it. And we never allow ourselves to change if we are stuck in fear, which my partner reminded me of just the other day. We were having a discussion about what our future plans are going to be coming up in this year. And there's so many different options that we were hashing out. And one of them I was kind of like, resistant to. And he reminded me, but yeah, think about how much you love this, but how much you could love something else more. And how much better this other option might work out to be. And it's like this or something better, like Brendan is always saying. And I love that because it takes the fear out of it. It's like, yeah, if I stay here in this place and in this situation, defined by these boundaries, then I'm going to have this. And it's always going to be this. And yeah, that might be comfortable, but it could be better. It could be better if I'm willing to just go with the flow of the change. And so I think this year is going to have a lot of that. And it's a beautiful thing to embrace. And so today on New Year's, I think it's a really great idea for us to get excited about what we're bringing in this year. Excited about this new life that we are creating for ourselves. And like we talked about on Tuesday's show, feeling what it feels like in your heart to have that life and literally have that emotion, have that feeling, and stay there in that energy. And then you will just see your life unfold in this beautiful way. Because when we make that choice to stay in our heart center and feel those feelings in our heart, our inner being is so happy. The universe just plays along. It has to. That's the rules. That's what we came here for. We came here to be true to our inner being, not to be afraid of it, not to fight against it, but to be true to it. And this year is really opening up the possibilities for all of us to do just that. We're really seeing this, like I've been saying for a long time, this polarization happening. And it's interesting that I see this every day in conversation and kind of everywhere, but it's one way or another. There's people's feelings or perceptions about things are very highly polarized right now. And I love that. That's exactly where we're supposed to be, because what we're seeing is either there are people getting stuck in fear, and that's okay, or we're seeing people really rising up and getting centered in their hearts. And that is what I know all of you are doing. And regardless of what your perceptions are or your beliefs are about different worldviews or political views, religious views, none of that matters. Your perspective that matters is what is in your heart. Are you coming from a loving place? The details of your beliefs in this reality do not matter. What matters is that they are coming from a loving place. And I feel like we get so caught up sometimes in fighting about the details of, you believe this, I believe that. Who cares? Are you coming from a loving place? That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Do you love your family, your friends, yourself, and want the best for all of us? This is where we're going. This is the world that I see us moving into. And this is what I'm grateful for this year. And this is what I am feeling in my heart center, is the evolvement of all of us. The awareness, the increased awareness, the increased vibration that we are all experiencing. And together as a community, we are going to rise in so much love and so much wisdom from this time and during this year and the years to come, we are creating such a beautiful place for us all to live and for our children to live. We really are. And we are doing that because we are choosing to stay in our heart centers. And the thing about staying in our heart center is it allows us to make better discernments for ourselves. And I think that's really important this year. Every year, all the time, of course, but I feel like it's becoming increasingly more important. And the reason why I say that is because more and more opinions are being shared and more information is out there and available, and it can be confusing. And it's often like, I don't know who to believe or what information to trust, right? There's so much information out there. And this is where our inner guidance system comes into play, and where it's really important to learn how to trust it and to trust our guidance, our own intuition, our own knowingness. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. If it scares you, if there's fear involved, then it's not right. And there's so much information out there. One of my biggest discernment tools is love or fear. It's so easy. Are you talking about love or are you talking about fear? Plain and simple, very blanket, very general. Are you talking about love or are you talking about fear? Anything that comes from your higher self, from a higher vibrational place, will not scare you. Plain and simple. It just won't scare you. If it scares you, it's not the right information for you. But it's a great way to know, oh yeah, not that. Let me look for something else. And so in that way, it's beautiful. And so I love that there's so much information out there, but it is kind of difficult to know how to sift through it, right? What to listen to. And I know that maybe some of you out there listening right now, maybe that there are some teachers that you've been listening to for a while, and as of late, they have either changed a tune or maybe this has happened in the past, or, something has changed. Something is different. Maybe they said something that you don't quite resonate with. Fine. Take it or leave it, right? I don't think I know a single teacher that I've ever listened to that I believe 100% everything that they've ever said or agreed with 100%. I don't. Not even my favoritist of all teachers. Favoritist. Yeah. Not even then. There's no way that that's going to happen. And I'm not going to throw out the baby with the bathwater either. I'm going to listen with a discerning ear and take what resonates with me and just leave the rest. It's okay. And if I start to see a pattern where things are really starting to not resonate with me on a grander scale with a certain teacher, then I'm just not going to listen anymore, because maybe they have started to allow different energetics to come into their world. Maybe they have changed a little bit. We're just human beings here. And even those spiritual teachers who we love so, so much aren't perfect. There's not a single one that I know that is. And I think the ones that are, what happened? They left. Their job was done here. Or they're in a monastery somewhere and we don't know them very well. They're the best teachers are the ones hiding in the corner, very quiet, that no one knows, right? And so I think that we can just let go of this kind of expectation that we have of everyone to always fit into this model or this perception that we have. This year is a really good time to do that, and just understand too that we have our own perception, and that is defining our own world, and that every single other person in this world has their own perception, and it is defining their world. And that's all beautiful. And to respect each other's space in that way, and know that because everyone is coming from their own perspective based on their own experiences and their own belief systems, that is going to be a wide array, this myriad of oniony stuff, right? Like layers and layers. And we need to respect that in one another if we're going to move forward together in love and compassion and in gratitude with one another. And this, I know that we are doing and we are going to continue to do. I am certainly grateful for it already happening. And lastly, I want to add today that when we do this, when we approach life in this way, where we just allow everyone to be who they are, show them love, show them compassion, stay in our heart center, we shine so bright that any of the negativity out there can't touch us. Those negative forces or thought forms, they only prey on our distortions, our imbalances. And if we're centered, we're not imbalanced. And then there's no negativity that can prey on our imbalances, right? It just makes sense. And that is why love is our greatest protector. When we are heart-centered and just exude loving light all the time, that there's no negativity that can touch us. It's just the way it works. It's a beautiful thing to remember this day, this year, and every day. You are a being of infinite light and love, and that is what you shine. That is what you will continue to shine because that is all that you are. That is all you need moving forward is this acknowledgement, this awareness, and this acceptance of this fact that that is all that you are. I love you all so much. Happy New Year to you all. I'm going to leave you with this song today I felt was super appropriate, and it just came and I listened to it and was like, yeah, I love it for today. It's perfect. Sat song, Truth. Until next time, I love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, I wanted to remind you about the game with the universe on our website, where you can choose the first number that comes to your mind and it'll pull up that episode number of the podcast. I've been saying this is a great way to co-create synchronicity and magic with your higher self for quite some time. And if you go to positivehead.com/universe, there is a super fun and simple interface to play this game with your higher self. I firmly believe just by setting the intention to play in this way, it opens up the door for magic, and it's a synchronistic way to hone in on nuggets of wisdom out of the huge catalog of episodes that are specifically appropriate for you at this time in your journey to becoming the next greatest and greatest version of yourself. And it also makes for a super fun way to spark the curiosity of friends and family by having them choose a number, so they'll hopefully go and check out their number as well, which I greatly appreciate because it helps us to spread the word about the podcast. Once again, the address is positivehead.com/universe. And as a quick reminder, if you're curious to learn more about Purium superfoods and why I take them almost every day, be sure to also check out positivehead.com/transformation. On this journey of becoming the next greatest and grandest version of ourselves that we have all embarked upon, I cannot stress the importance of managing your physical vibration enough. And quite honestly, Purium has put together the simplest plan I've found to do so. I have my favorite, the appleberry shake, at least 5 times a week. Once again, to learn more about the Purium transformation, go to positivehead.com/transformation. Or if you want to keep it simple and just try out my favorite, the appleberry shake, you can go straight over to ishoppurium.com and be sure to use code positivehead for 25% off. I'll spell that for you. It's ishoppurium.com. And be sure to use your Positive Head 25% coupon code.
I woke up just like I had all them other days. Burned some herb, give thanks, did away with all my other ways. This they could be different, I could make a difference. I could spit some shit to split the liberty and difference. Stay about my family and the mission at hand. Ain't taking it lightly, no, a wise man plan and he stand firm in the righteous of lights, strong in the hardest of fights. We know the truth defeat might, wrong fall to right, and the victory is in our sight. I'm on that keep it from my brother shit. Make sure to call your mother shit. That if you see a problem, gotta face that shit, don't run from it. I ain't even trifling, I done read the Bible, kid. That Shiva fed, hip-hop head, Huey with the rifle shit. Ready for the battle, but open to other options. Time is seeming so far gone, it don't seem like they stopping. Stay open, stay praying, stay listening and learning. We'll refurbish the underground when this is all done burning. We will not leave now. We gotta carry the weight, no time to ask how, because the hour is late. All of us together, man, is how we're gonna win. Love alone is gonna make us great again. And we will not turn down, because the truth is too loud. Because the truth is too loud. Y'all done told me about 1,000,000 times what you think happening to me when I die. So I smile and wink, let you think what you think. I'm over here like sin, man, I ain't even drink. Respect to your dharma, man, hand chosen karma brand. Name game, got that guy stain lacking honor, man. Step to the side, do my thing and try to stay out of the way. You listen to the voice inside, say thanks be. Now that I still fuck up, over process everything, then just shut up. Go back to the fire and remember my place. Accept that I am difficult, but keep the pace. I don't need assistance on my path to repentance. Done some ill, took the sentence, but gave up building fences. So if I come to confess, I need you out the way, cause I don't need no middleman when I come to pray. I said I talk directly to God, so I don't need no middleman. Appreciate your perspective, but that got them elected, so I'ma just stick to my plan. We will not leave now. We gotta carry the weight, no time to ask how, because the hour is late. All of us together, man, is how we're gonna win. Love alone is gonna make us great again. We will not turn down, because the truth is too loud. We gotta carry the weight, no time to ask how, because the hour is late. All of us together, man, is how we're gonna win. Love alone is gonna make us great again. We will not turn down, because the truth is too loud. Because the truth is too loud. Talk directly to God, so I don't need no middleman. Appreciate your perspective, but that got them elected, so I'ma just stick to my plan. I talk directly to God, so I don't need no middleman. Appreciate your perspective, but that got them elected, so I'ma just stick to my plan.